happy Mother's Day, Old Chosen Family Day. How's every psych? Well, if people to come on in, I do want to show you some cakes I made. These is like a bottom chocolate cake with a limoncello cake. We got an empty wine bottle, but we can put in as mimosas, some flowers, some decorations. So here we have it. So I'm curious what's everybody doing for Mother's Day. And also, and I do know that today I'm most likely going to be going to church with my mom. Then after this stream at 10 p.m. I'm going to be on Sat Savvy's interview, and I'm going to be watching Sat Savvy's interview with Love Struck Gambling. And after that, I'm going to see some friends at the park. Hey, good morning, Randy. Hey, Benjamin. I might meet up with another person. We're still trying to work that out, but I'm just having a relaxing holiday so far. If you're curious, this is what the outside looks like. We're waiting for a few more people. To come on in before we start the live art. Hey, good morning, Kim C. And this is the dress I am wearing today. My Mother's Day dress. So without further ado, now let's start some art. Shoot, darn it. No. Randy says, Simon, happy Mother's Day. The food you made looks delicious. Oh, thank you. It's some of my favorite foods. And one of my friends, she's also a mother. I also want to wish all the mothers in the slot community a very happy, thank you, Randy, a very happy Mother's Day. I do know that we do have some mothers. We have Lilac Box, Juicy Doocy, and we have so many mothers. It's hard to name everybody. So here's some artwork from the last stream. Does anybody have any art requests to start off with? I do know that somebody wants me to draw their kitties. So let's draw the kitty cats. One second, gotta make sure the cats look right. Is anybody doing anything special for Mother's Day? Hey, good morning, Gorgeous Thoughts. How are you doing? And happy Mother's Day. I'm trying to find a picture of somebody's kitty cats. Since they want me to draw the cats. Maddie says, can you please draw a horse winning the Kentucky Derby? No, I can't. Oh. Alright, 1 second. Hang tight, everybody. Alright, here we go. Now we're back. Now I got the little kitty cat to draw for Susie. Here you go, Susie, your little kitty cat. Hey, good morning, Mary Jane. I'm doing good. What about you? Little kitty for Corey. And definitely I can win a horse. I can draw a horse winning the Kentucky Derby. So Susie, if you're here, here's a little kitty cat. Hey Stephen Hall, nice to see you. Good morning and what is up? How are you doing? Anybody cooking anything special today? Oh, I'm so happy to hear, Mary Jane. That is such a precious moment. That is such a precious moment. I'm so glad you got to see your daughter. How is your daughter doing? How is your daughter doing today? Oh, that is so much fun. In San Antonio for lunch. That's gonna be such a fun lunch day. Being on the river, just watching water go by. There's something very magical about water. It is so soothing. And here it is, your kitty cat's Koi. Next up, let's draw the host for Randy. Alright, here you go, 1 second. Oof. 101 degrees here. Right now, it's getting up to the mid-70s. It's already 9 a.m. in the morning. So today's gonna be a hot and roasty day. Not looking forward to the heat, but at least at least the flowers are in full bloom. So here you go, Randy, your Kentucky Derby host. Hey, good morning, Quad Zoo. Nice to see you. And how are you doing? Here it is. What should do? No, I know what we should name the host. We should name the host Chili Pepper, hot chili, for Randy the chili wizard. I'm glad you're Quad Zoo. Here you go. And you know who's gonna be riding that host? Randy the chili wizard's gonna be riding that host around town, getting all the goodies for today, and all the ingredients for the chili, while winning the Kentucky Derby. Once I was drawing a house, and I forgot to draw its legs. I knew something was a little off of it, but I just couldn't quite place it until after I was done. I think I was drawing a game of Pictionary, and my friends were like, "What the heck's going on? What's this thing you got any legs on it?" So here you go. Randy, here's all your chili. No, let's put you in a little wizard hat. Then see what the chili wizard. Chili! Does anybody have any other drawing requests? If so, let me know. And does anybody have like anything you want me to draw that is related to Mother's Day? Here you go, Randy, the chili house. Quadzu's asking, can you draw a hummingbird? Yes, I can draw a hummingbird. Here it is, coming right up. One of my favorite birds to look at. And when I'm like in New Orleans visiting my grandparents, I always see my grandparents. They used to have a hummingbird feeder, and there used to be sometimes like up to like 20 hummingbirds eating at once. It was such a pretty sight to see. And they were in like New Orleans, where there was just like a lot of tropical life, and there's like a lot of vibrant life itself. Here it is, the hummingbird group. And I also remember that I really wanted that. I always had dreams whenever I was in New Orleans. I always had dreams that I would catch a hummingbird and I'd have a pet hummingbird. Oh, thank you, Randy, for the $5 super chat. Woo! Thank you for drawing that me on that house. It is awesome, sweetheart. Oh, thank you so much. And here it is, the little hummingbird. I'm curious, Mary Jane, what do you like to do on the river? So right now, here's like a little hummingbird. Let's draw a little flower. I almost forgot that the hummingbird needs to eat. Oh, thank you, Quadzu. Alright, let's just already. Does anybody have any other drawing requests? Well, wait, I'm going to be drawing some more flowers for this hummingbird to eat out of. Right now, I'm drawing something called balloon flowers because when these flowers open up, there is some balloons. My old neighbors, they used to have these flowers, and then I used to be like so fascinated with them. Because I was like trying to figure out how does a flower hold, how can a flower hold air? I remember being like 5 at the time, and that idea that a plant was like a balloon just like really intrigued me, since I was really interested in balloons back then. Oh, here it is, a little balloon flower. Hey, good morning, Shannon. Thank you so much. How are you doing? That's gonna be such a fun time, Mary, to do some walking and some shopping. That's a very smart idea. For me, I know it's kind of random, but I'm not a very big shopper. I mostly like to go to the thrift stores, and I find and when I go into like a thrift store, I tend to be like very in and out. Like if I see something I want, I just go and get it, and then I just go right out. Over the last few years, I've been learning how to really enjoy thrift shopping and looking for cute little clothes. That is so cool, Mary. I really like going to Goodwill. Today, I'm going to be hanging out with some friends at the park. Going to be celebrating Mother's Day breakfast with my mom. Then I'm going to be like, then after that, I'm going to see some friends, some other friends. I hope to meet, and there's somebody who I'm hoping to see today. I'm curious, what do you like about thrift shopping? For me, when I'm thrift shopping, it's the thrill of the hunt. I enjoy going in the store, seeing what clothes, seeing if I can find anything that's cute. Then I also, one of my biggest favorite things to do is go to the antique section of the thrift store, or go to the antique store and look for little toy slot machine pots. I'm always on hunt for slot machine everything. Hey, good morning, She-Bet. So good to see you today. I really do hope that we get to hang out. And Randy says I shop for chili peppers and tequila. Now let's make you some chili pepper tequila shot right now, Randy, just for you. So here's some tequila, and here's a little chili pepper. This is Randy the chili pepper's favorite thing to go shopping for. Awesome! Everything you buy is fun. I totally got to agree. There's something very neat. There's something very neat about going into the store and just like seeing like a variety of stuff. Oh, thank you, She-Bet. I did paint some last night while I was babysitting. The kid and I, we went to the park, we ran around, and next thing you know, she was asleep, which was really nice. So I could like spend the night just hanging out, doing my own things, and painting my nails. Oh, thank you, Jane. I'm so glad to see you today, and that you were able to chat. Oh, thank you. Pink is actually one of my favorite colors, and I really enjoy like painting my nails pink, plus giving it some gold accent. I've only got some professionally run done, which was a Christmas present from my uncle in New Orleans. Oh, thank you. So I'm curious, does anybody have any fond memories? Yep, tequila. Show me the power of your bonus. NG tequila. I do know that NG does drink tequila sometimes, so when I think of tequila, I do think of NG slot. And when I think of and it's kind of random, but when I think of NG slot, I hear bonus music and slot machine bonus music from like the 5 Dragon slot machine. And when I hear that music, I sometimes think of the taste of tequila. I do have synesthesia, so sometimes tastings and see things at the same time. I associate certain tastes and textures together. Oh, thank you, Randy. That was what a fun day. Oh. Jane is asking, when will you be in Vegas? I'll be in Vegas June 30th to July 24th. If you're in town that day, I absolutely enjoy meeting you. And also, Sheepheads is asking, can you draw a gypsum flower? Yes, I can draw a gypsum flower coming right up. Gypsum flower. Here it is. I don't think I've seen a gypsum flower out here before, but they do look like you can use them for decorative wreaths and you can use them to decorate stuff. So here it is, gypsum flower. I do think I have something that is similar to a gypsum flower right here. It's kind of hard to see, but it does resemble a gypsum flower as I'm looking at the picture. Let's zoom in. Almost forgot to do the zoomies. Whoop. Oh wow, super tiny, right? 5 petals of blossom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a tiny flower after all. Now I have that song, It's a Small World, stuck in my head. That's more gypsums. Here it is, little gypsum flower bush. Let's add some of the base roots. So here it is, gypsum flowers. Let's see what other fun flowers we can draw today. And there's also like a cave. There's also a cave that does have a type of gypsum flower in it. It is a cave flower. It's completely different, but I do find it interesting to draw. Oh, thank you. Alright, here's a cave gypsum flower. Of all things, I've not been to inside of a cave for quite some time. Last time I was in a cave was when I visited South Dakota. It was over spring break. I can't remember the exact year, but I think it must have been around like 11 at the time. I remember going to Cave of the Winds. We were going to go to the old cave, but unfortunately we didn't have time. I just found cave touring just to be very fun and fascinating. And within the cave, I really enjoyed going inside the cave, and I was like always impressed by just how tiny some of the entrances were. Then the fact that in some caves that you had to go through a bunch of crawl spaces, and all of a sudden you're in a room that's big enough to fly a jumbo jet a mile across. Sheephead says, you're going to Vegas for almost a month. Wish I was, but I'm going from June 30th to July 10th. That'll be one heck of a Vegas trip, being there for an entire month. Vegas every day. Viva Las Vegas. Does anybody have any other drawing requests? There's gonna be a day that's gonna happen really soon, where I load my slot machine up, and we're gonna do like $5,000 spins just to see what happens. On Roman Egypt, you can do $5,000 a spin, and that's when you can get really crazy high limit. I really want to go out on a river walk. There's like so many places that I've not been to in quite some time. Kratsu says Daffy Duck. Alright, Daffy Duck coming right up. Lately, oh, thank you, Mary Jane. That'd be absolutely great. I definitely would love to come your way. Love to come to San Antonio, California. I've never really gotten to explore California. The only store I've seen in California was the Target store, and we went there 4 times because we kept forgetting stuff. Me, and one of my friends when we road trip through California to get to Reno. Oh, Texas, San Antonio, Texas. I've not really explored Texas at all either. I've only driven through Houston, and I've only been in the Dallas airport. But I do want to see way more of Texas. It's such a fun place. I'm curious. I'm curious. When you visit Texas, I'm curious about Texas. Like when you're in Texas, what do you enjoy doing? It's definitely a really huge city. Definitely a really huge state. Oh my gosh, I would love to do that She-Bets. That would be absolutely amazing. Would I love to drive? Would love to drive to see the Painted Mines. And I don't think I've been there before. I'm curious, what part of Colorado is that in? And I don't think I've ever heard of that name before. But I do know about Dinosaur Park, where it's like a 5-hour drive. But if you drive all the way down, you can see actual dinosaur fossils. People used to take the rocks and the fossils, but fortunately, they have protected them so that people do not take them, and so that they can be preserved for people to see them too. Here it is, Daffy Duck, the one and only Daffy Duck. That's so cool. She-Bets. It's right next to the school, so we have to check if they have graduated yet, or it may be hectic right now. That's a really good point. Everybody might be out there. Everybody might be out there doing the final projects. I do think they graduate. I do think that you would graduate within the next few weeks. Within the next week, because that's when my school does graduate. Here's the Daffy Duck. Let's draw some more Looney Tune characters to keep Daffy Duck company. That'd be awesome. Oh shoot, so I misread it. Oof, bats can be a little scary. They are just like, pardon me. They aren't Yeah, bats are just yeah. I can find bats in the little sky and they fly out of nowhere. Of all things, I do enjoy seeing bats flying around. And for me, I'm afraid of earthworms. For me personally, I do want to go inside of a cave just out of curiosity. And and for me, the thing that scares me the most, it is but the bug that scares me the most is an earthworm. I'm not like the way that worms crawl. I'm not like the way that worms move, but ironically, I really enjoy catching snakes and seeing. I really enjoy snakes, spiders, and of all things, I don't mind cockroaches. Here's Pocky Pig. Hey, Pocky Pig is here. Pocky Pig. Let's draw another Looney Tune character. Let's see who else we can draw. Alright. I'm curious. Shoot, darn it, that train left the station again. I'm curious, like, what do you enjoy doing in Texas the most? Has anybody been to Greenwood Springs before? There's something just really fun about drawing Looney Tunes characters. Sweet. It is such a lovely place to be, and I find the hot springs lake so much fun. Road runner, whoop! We got some roads to run. So here's a road runner. I got some things to do. Run. The road runner. Hey, good morning, Lilac Box. Happy Mother's Day to you. How are things going for you? Oh, thank you, David, England. Cardsu's asking if I can draw the Mona Lisa. Alright, here comes the Mona Lisa. I'm curious, David, do you enjoy doing art? I've not been to Yosemite Sam yet. Oh, that's right, Loy. Happy Mother's Day to all them amazing mothers. Oh. Alright, so Mona Lisa it is. Gotta make sure it looks just right since it's such an iconic picture. If you miss one detail or if you get some not right, Well, it's really hard. It's really hard. It's really hard. That's what makes drawing some of the most iconic images the hardest. You have to get everything just right. Hey, good morning, the Closet Scratcher. How are you? That's gonna be so much fun for you. I really hope the casino treats you very well today. What time are you going live? Since I do know that you enjoy going live from the casinos. The voice here says, well, what do you do when your mother is sick? When my mom is sick, I make her chicken noodle soup. I do, and I make sure that she is okay. I also make sure that she's well hydrated with green tea because that's her favorite drink and it's a very healthy drink. She usually does not get very sick, but thank you for asking. The Mama Lisa brings you all good luck today. And how are your sons doing? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear the voice here. I'm so sorry. I can't imagine how difficult that must be. And you know what's really crazy about the Mona Lisa? Most times, most people, even myself included, I assumed that the Mona Lisa was a 6-foot tall painting because of just how big it is in the media. But when you go to the Mona Lisa, it's actually a really tiny little painting. And at the Louvre, they have a giant guardrail around it, plus like a lot of security within the room so that it does not get stolen. Mary Jane's asking, Simon, do you have any brothers or sisters? I do have sisters from Colombia, and they were adopted in 2017 as teenagers. I'm still trying to build a relationship with them. Adoption does take time, and it does require a lot of patience. It is very easy to think that when you adopt somebody, that they'll immediately fall in love and that they'll immediately be part of the family. But if they've had like 17 years of their own cultural experiences, and they've experienced like them, and they've been in a different country speaking a different language, it does take a lot of time for them to readjust to the new country. So adoption is a very difficult and challenging process. At first it may seem very straightforward, but when when you adopt somebody, especially a teenager, they're literally getting uprooted from the entire life that they know. And sometimes when the kid says yes, they're not even sure what they're saying yes to. Because the entire life, when they were getting taken care of in the system, they keep getting told about the great things that adoption is. And they may not even realize the extent of what they will lose, like their country, their culture, their food, and like just like their everyday routine. It is a really huge deal when you adopt a kid. Here's another Looney Tunes character right there. So I do have two sisters from Colombia. Yes, it's definitely a lot. It's definitely a lot of like effort, and it definitely does involve a lot of loss. I'm also adopted too. I was adopted at 9 months old from China because of the one child rule. And adoption, the more I read about it, adoption is about loss, like the loss of like a family, or like a life that could have been. It is an extremely mixed bag. Oh, thank you, Boom Media Treasures, and hey, Closet Scratcher, sorry I missed you earlier. Oh, thank you, Mary Jane. Good morning, Bob. Nice to see you. And what's up? Oh, I was adopted as a baby too. I adopted from Yangzhou, China. And for me, when I was like adopted, I did come with a lot of baggage, mostly a lot of emotional trauma. Thanks. You should create cartoon mods for the Raja. I do make the channel membership emojis for the Raja. So if you're a channel membership, so if you're a channel member, on the Big Jackpot, I do all the channel emojis, and I would love to do some more cartoon mods and a cartoon slot game for the Raja as a tribute. Thanks, Mary Jane. My mom is special for adopting me. I'm very grateful for my adoption. It's totally okay. I suck at spelling too. And when I try spelling, and like sometimes, you know, when I'm like doing like my essays, sometimes my entire essay is lit up in red from the spell check. Alright, Boom Media Treasure, since you're here, let's draw a cartoon version of the Raja. Here it is. Cartoon. This is what the Raja looks like if he was a cartoon character. I used to do a cartoon series for the Big Jackpot. It's called the Big Jackpot Cartoon. Unfortunately, I don't have time to do it anymore because of school, and it's like a lot of college. Here it is. Here's a cartoon version, Cartoon Raja. Big booms and come in. Boom, 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 boom. Cartoon Raja. Alright, let's put 50 grand in his hands. Jackpot winner. Thank you. And here's cartoon BOD. In the Big Jackpot cartoon, BOD eyes got in the cartoon terms destroyed. Here's bad luck Brian. And here's cartoon T-Win. T-Win's always up to something in the cartoons. And when T-Win's around, BOD knows something is going to happen. Once BOD won a really big jackpot. Once BOD in my cartoon, he won a really huge jackpot. And instead of getting the jackpot, he found out that, and then like all of a sudden, T-Win unplugged his machine, and right as BOD was coming from did you see what happened? The machine literally imploded. Alright, so we do have 5 more minutes before Slot Savvy starts our interview. I do want to watch Slot Savvy's interview. So does anybody have any last drawing requests? It does take a lot of practice, Bob, and a lot of patience and years of learning. What should be our last drawing request of the day? Oh, thank you, Bob. And also, Susie, here's the 2 little kitties. I hope you're able to see this. Oh yes, Quad Zeus's hand with pencil. We'll draw a hand with a pencil. One of the classic things for an artist to draw is a hand, because the human hand is one of the hardest things to draw. Oh, thank you to Closet Scratch'em. The human hand is actually one of the hardest things to draw because you have to get the proportions correct. And if you mess up on the hands, well, it does really impact how the rest of the drawing looks. So this is how I go about drawing a hand. I just do like a lot of circles, because the hand is made up of a bunch of like circular shapes. When I look at the hand, so this is exactly why the human hand is the hardest to draw. And also it's because it's like so wavy and so geometrical. And it's also because it's like so wavy and does not have any like solid lines. That really adds to the level of difficulty. And that's why I think there's like entire art tutorials dedicated to drawing your hands. Oh, thank you, Lori. Let me zoom on in to the hand. I know it looks more like a claw from the claw machine. The claw. Toy Story. I do want to go to Yama someday. I've seen like a lot of interior shots from live streams, and I really want to go. Alright, so here you have it. A hand holding a pencil. And let's see, let's just have a little drawing, a legendary drawing. So here you have it, hand with pencil. Well, I want to thank everybody for being here today. Wishing everybody who celebrates a happy Mother's Day and a happy Chosen Family Day. I hope to see you around soon. Oh, thank you, Mary Jane. Bye-bye. Alright, see you at Slot Savvy's PK's live interview coming up in a few minutes. Oh, thanks, G-Bets. And also, Lori, I'm excited for your live stream too.